am in my classroom here at Interweave Yarnfest. You can hear the echo. Hello. It's a big cavernous classroom. It feels more like a ballroom, but this is what we have for our class. Let me go ahead and mute my computer. And thank you so much for being there. I noticed that a lot of you were there early in the chat, maybe expecting a 12 o'clock broadcast. I apologize. I tried to warn everybody last week that it would be different, and I wasn't exactly sure what I'd be doing. It looks like the internet is working. Let me go ahead and take this off because it's hitting my computer, but here's my Yarnfest badge, yay. And anyway, this has been a great time. I only have about 30 minutes today. I'm actually teaching a 6-hour class today. I'm teaching the how to crochet, or actually how to design your own crochet texturized poncho or stole. We have a very small class, which is actually turning out to be fantastic because we're getting to know one another well and getting down into the nitty gritty. We spent the whole morning swatching and doing inspiration for the design. And so when the ladies come back from lunch in a little bit, we're gonna dig down and start actually crocheting the ponchos. So we're really excited about that. Had 2 classes already. This is my last class. Excuse me. The weather here is wonderful. It's wonderfully dry. So I'm having to drink an awful lot. And since I'm talking a lot, you can hear it in my voice. It's just, I need to just keep on drinking. So this would probably be another reason to not talk too long. But let me go ahead and say hey to some of you all. And then I want to tell you some of the stories so far. It's been an adventure. I can't wait to tell you about it. But I want to say hey to Denise, to Kelly, to Love to Craft. Esther, thank you for being there. Hannah is not here today. She had a previous engagement since we've shifted this 2 hours. Excuse me. Excuse me. Shifted this 2 hours, so she's not able to be with us, but Esther is there. Hey, Esther, thank you so much. We have Denise, and is it Mayreya, and Virginia, and see, Margita. Hey, Margita, and let's see, Jacqueline, Fridge, and Dee Odie. And let's see, Ann Butler. And thank you guys for your sweet comments. You always are so encouraging. And Beth from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. I'm a little bit closer to you, being out west and all, if I'm thinking the correct geography. We have Marie, my friend from Charleston. Hey there, Marie. And Judy. And let's see, Najla. Hey, Najla. I don't know if you waited around long enough, but yes, I'm here. And I'm gonna have to read a lot of these details later because I know a lot of you probably aren't here if you thought I was going on at 12. But hey, Jane, it's good to see you in the chat. And Kelly and Stephanie. And she was on Central Time. Yeah, and I see some other people were confused about that and how to translate that into UK time. I really don't know because we have something called daylight savings time in the US that you guys may not have in the UK, so that could even shift things an hour. So you almost have to get your computer out and try to figure this one out because it is complicated. So let's see, we have Tina, excuse me, Paulette, and Joni Trishler, thank you for waiting patiently. And Lisa Copeland, she says she's new, just found it this week and loving it. Thank you, Lisa. So glad that you could join us. This is an unusual thing. First time in 2.5 years, I'm able to travel to a fiber conference and teaching some classes here. And we are in Loveland, Colorado, if I haven't said that already. Guys, if you ever want to try doing one of these conferences, they are so much fun. You have an opportunity to meet a lot of the people that you see online. Well, maybe not a lot, but there are some. I'm meeting quite a few, and I'll tell you about that in just a second. I just want to get through some more hellos. And we have Red Hooked in the chat. Oh, we have a lot more that just loaded here. Red Hook, thanks for patiently waiting. And yes, I am having a great time. I had to learn to get over the flight though. Let me go ahead and tell you what happened. Just you see the smile on my face. I am really, really encouraged. I'm also really, really tired because, a lot of socializing is to people who are more, I don't know, more introverted, I guess. It's exhausting, but it's wonderful at the same time, especially on the heels of a worldwide pandemic. Um, but something I can almost laugh about at this point in time, but it was not funny Thursday night. My flight in to Loveland was pushed back by 2 hours. So instead of leaving BWI in Baltimore at 2:30, it got pushed back to 4:30. And I'm understanding on that because with the pandemic and all that's happened, people are just short-staffed, and I totally get that. And the last thing that I want when I'm flying is an unrested pilot. I want a pilot and stewardesses who are happy, rested, and on their game, on their A game, if you know what I'm talking about. And I can say that the stewardesses and the pilots were fantastic. We left the gate about almost 40 minutes to an hour later than 4:30, but they made the time up in the air, and it was fantastic. We get to Colorado, and there is confusion on the part of the baggage crew, the people on the ground, when we got here. And I traveled with my travel guitar, the one I told you about a while back. And it's the one that I bought, and it's a good thing. I was thinking, right, something that if it became dispensable, it wouldn't break my heart. So in other words, my Taylor guitar, which is a nicer guitar, that's a very special thing for my husband and I, very special memory of even getting it together. That's left home safely, so it doesn't get destroyed in the baggage claim area or something like that. Well, turns out there was confusion. I was told to pick this up at the gate. I was at the gate, and they said, no, you're supposed to pick it up down there. But when you're exiting the plane onto that little ramp thing, but when I was exiting the plane, it wasn't there. There was nothing there. That's where they usually leave the strollers and things. Those of you who travel with children, you know what I'm talking about. And so I was confused. It wasn't there. Nothing was there. And then they don't want you to loiter there, so they want you to keep moving. So I had to keep moving, and then I got to where the gate is, where you, before you enter the corridor to get on your plane, and right where you come out. So I was told to wait there for it. Actually, I wasn't told anything, but the little ticket on the guitar said, pick up at gate. So I went to the gate, and then I get there, and they tell me, and I told the guy, I said, I have my claim ticket, and I saw them unloading the guitar. I said, that's it, I need that, that's my guitar, how can I get that? And they said, oh, well, you're supposed to pick it up down there. And I'm like, but I couldn't wait down there because there was nothing there. And so there was some confusion, and then turns out the TSA confiscated it. Yeah, they confiscated my guitar, like I was gonna be a threat or something. And I was not happy. I was not happy at all. I didn't go to prison or anything, so I didn't get real upset, but I was not happy. I just needed to know, well, what do I do now? What's the next step? What do I do to pick up my property that is not a threat in any way to anybody? And eventually they put it through baggage, which again scared me immensely. I'm tired. I'm on Eastern time, and I'm in the western part of the country, and needing a sleep, needing to rest, and I still had to catch a bus to get the rental car, and then drive about another hour or more to get to our destination. So I really didn't want to have to play a game of trying to get my guitar back like this. But by the grace of God, they did. After about 15 minutes of waiting, they came back and said, well, you can pick it up in the baggage claim. And I'm like, you're not really going to put that through that mechanism, that machinery, are you? And the guy's like, so we make our way to baggage. It's not there. And then someone says, oh, you have to go all the way down there to get it. So I did eventually go down there and pick it up. And you needed to have your claim ticket to pick it up, right? So I asked the guy, well, this is my guitar, can I just take it? And he said, yeah, go ahead. And I'm like, do you want to check the ticket? And he's like, no, I don't care. And it's just kind of like, nobody cares. Anybody could have just picked it up and made off with it. So Anyway, FYI, for those of you who travel with musical instruments, just be aware, leave your prized possessions at home. Bring the cheaper practice things that you own, because this is just something that happens every so often. I've done this before, flown from here to Toronto, Canada, to Seoul, and then back again, through Toronto and then back to Washington, D.C. Not a problem with carrying a guitar. It was handled beautifully. So I don't know what the problem is. This is traveling post-COVID. So just FYI, if you travel with things that are like that, just be careful, or just leave them at home. So I was just really glad that anyway, I went on and on and on. That's probably too much to talk about that, but that's how this all started. Got a good rest, and then we, once we started classes and everything, it's been great. Meeting a lot of people that I haven't seen in years, and let's see, I got to see Laura with Jewel Designs. We did a little book signing. There weren't many people there, but that's okay. Did that yesterday in the market. And part of the thing is, when you schedule these things, more than half the people are in classes, so it's really hard to know when to do it. But had a delightful time with Laura with Jewel Designs, and got to meet some new indie dyers who have kind of given me some yarn for some new commissions, and I'm really excited to share that with you in the future. So I got some more fun things coming for you in the future. Again, I can't put any dates to it, but let me show you what I'm doing right now. We're in the middle of the texturized poncho class, and I'll just show you. I brought a whole suitcase full of some of my garments just to try to inspire these ladies. This is one of the panel ponchos, and we're learning how to make things like this. We're learning how to not just make them, but to design your own creations. This is things that you want to do. And here's another. This is one that's already out there. Well, I should say the first one, for those of you who are new, this is the sapphire alpaca poncho. This is in cable crochet made easy. It's also in my Lovecraft store, and those links are in the video description. This is Bonnie's Woodland cabled throw. It's not throw, it's a stole, I'm sorry, or a wrap. Let me try that one again. Bonnie's Woodland cabled wrap. And this is in my Lovecraft store. It has buttons on the side and buttonholes on the other side. You can wear it as an asymmetrical poncho, or you can wear it as a wrap. And I'll just give you another little view of it here. And again, I brought these along so that the ladies can decide what they're gonna do for their poncho. And it turns out they're gonna go with a completely different style altogether, somewhat inspired by some of the scarves that I had, because I bring a whole bunch of samples to show the texturized stitches and the possibilities of what you can do with your design. And you're not limited to the stuff that I do. We have stitch dictionaries that we bring. We talk a lot about inspiration. I won't give it all away and bore you to tears with it, but we're having a really good time getting to know these wonderful folks. I got to meet a woman yesterday, was it yesterday? No, it was 2 days ago, named Naomi. She has some sight impairments, but it's amazing because she was so diligent and sharp as a tack. This woman is really smart, working on her PhD. I mean, just really, really interesting people. One of the students today, it happens to be a mayor of a small town. Yeah, a mayor, learning how to crochet. I mean, she knows how to crochet. She's actually an expert crocheter, but just learning about design. So it's really, really interesting to me, just the people that you meet. You meet people who, just all kinds of people. Some of you may be familiar with somebody named Pam Grice. I think that's her name. I have never met her except through her videos. She's called the Crochetpreneur. I don't have a link, but you could just Google her, Pam Grice, or look up Crochetpreneur. She's on Facebook, she's on YouTube, and she has a wonderful business. It's almost like, I almost want to call it a ministry, of helping people like us, or maybe like you, if you have an Etsy store, or you're a crafter who has maybe just a small business, something that maybe is a hobby for you, or maybe something you want to grow into a more substantial business. Pam is really an expert out there, and her main mission right now on the internet out there with her seminars is to teach you how to take what you do and and benefit from it. Just learn how to grow your business in the crafting industry. It's not just crochet, even though she's the crochetpreneur, kind of like entrepreneur, if you get that. It's not doesn't just apply to crochet. It applies to knitting, or if you've got a pottery, or anything that you see, jewelry business, anything that you see on Etsy, or at craft shows and stuff like that. So I would encourage you to check her out. And when you do, tell her Bonnie sent you. No, there's no, no affiliate link or anything like that for you. But she's a very nice, sweet woman. I got a chance to talk to her, got a chance to meet her, and I feel like I already knew her from her videos anyway. So so that was a highlight for me. My absolute, I was a nervous wreck yesterday, but in a good way. But we had a blast yesterday. I got to meet the acquisitions editor of my book. I don't have it with me, but it's the Celtic Cable Crochet book, the book that I did with Interweave back in 2016. I think that's the publication date, 2016 or 17, but I worked on it during 2015, 16, and 17 anyway. I got to meet Carrie for the first time, although we had corresponded extensively during the publication of that book and preparation for it and everything. So, and she was my helper during the crochet parody songs. We got to do like a 30-minute thing. It was actually the opening first thing that we did in the marketplace on they had like a little feature stage and some chairs, and I really didn't know if anybody would even bother to come. We had a lot of people, and people ended up standing around. We were, I guess, quite a spectacle, but we got to sing really fun songs, like, On Top of My Craft Bag, songs that from doing the super chat. So, and all of that. And again, thank you, not soliciting that at the moment or anything, but just thank you for what you've done in helping me to support other organizations. It's a teamwork. We're doing it together. And, whenever we get to $100, I'll try to come up with a fun song or do something musically for you guys that's a little out of the box. Well, we got to do like 7 of these songs and stories in between. And Carrie helped me with the song, Ripping Out Is Hard to Do, to the tune of Neil Sedaka's Breaking Up Is Hard to Do. Well, anyway, we took it at a slow, bluesy rhythm, and she ripped out things and acted it out, and it was so much fun. So Carrie, if you're seeing this, thank you again. But she's been great. She's been working hard to help serve the instructors and the students and the people and the staff and everything here. So, and I will say, quite honestly, I did not expect a lot of people to be able to travel here because of, it's the first real event like this since the pandemic. And I understand that it can be a little scary for some people and they don't want to take the risk. I totally respect that. But there are a good number of people. There are more people here than I really expected. And it's been really, really refreshing. I got to meet some of you guys, and to me, that's just amazing. I mean, I feel like we know each other. We're friends, even though we've never met. So I've met people from many, many states, across the country. It's just been pretty spectacular. And I really hope you guys can come to CGOA. Crochet Guild of America is having an all crochet conference, just all crochet. I mean, if you want to knit, you can come. If you're a knitter and you want to learn how to crochet, you can come. We don't discriminate against knitters, I promise you. We love everybody. We don't discriminate against you if you don't even craft. My sister, Brenda, is with me. She's traveling. She's actually right now on a drive to Wyoming because she's never been there. So she's going to drive about an hour, 20 minutes across the line and check the box and say, I've been to Wyoming. I haven't been there yet, but she had a great time driving yesterday. But anyway, she's not a crafter or anything, but she came to the conference with me and she's just exploring the area. She's serving her big sister. She's helping me. She helped me tremendously at the airport, lugging one of my suitcases for me. I have 3, she has 1, excuse me, and this is largely from the things that I needed for teaching the class. Well, anyway, let me go ahead and I'm going to be wrapping up in about 10 minutes just to let you know, because I need to have at least 20 minutes to eat the rest of my sandwich and my apple before my class comes back in. But I want to say hey to some more of you guys and girls. Hey, Phyllis and Jan and Archer and Ace. Hey, it's so glad to see you there. And Stephanie and Beth and Lauren. She says, nice to get a chance to say hi. It's been ages. Yes. So glad you could join us again. And Lilo, and yeah, she said, hydrate. There is smoke in the air. I bet, actually I meant that, in the air, I bet. Actually, we haven't been to where there are fires just yet. I'm told that you can't really go through, actually my sister told me when she was driving yesterday, she couldn't go through Boulder or something about smoke in that area, but here is pretty much fine in Loveland. But we are going to be driving west. We're going to be driving west tomorrow because my last class is this afternoon, and I'm going to probably hit the market in the morning on Saturday morning for a little bit more. I got to go through and see all the pretties. I would take you guys through there live, except if I did, you couldn't hear anything. There'd be so much noise and everything. But what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to take my camera through there and try to get some good video footage, edit that together, and I'm going to try to have it up by Monday. I may have to wait. It really is dependent on the the internet where I am and all of that. Uploading video is tough, but it looks like we are doing okay on this live broadcast. So maybe I'll be okay to upload a video, but I need to film it and edit it and all of that. And I don't know if I'm going to have time to do that before I leave the good internet, because tomorrow we're heading towards Estes Park and the mountains. Going to spend a couple of days really relaxing. My back needs that. I need that just mentally. And we're going to go to a bed and breakfast that it's an Airbnb. I think it's really, really we got a good price at a great place. And going to stay there and probably take a drive through Rocky Mountain National Park. My sister has not been there, and we're going to just try to do that, and that'll be our relaxation. And then we're going to be flying back on Tuesday. So hopefully, things will go well. But I'll try to bring you lots of video footage of the trip and everything. I might have some special things for my watch subscribers. I'll probably, the extra curricular stuff, I might go ahead and use that for my watch channel once I get back. But again, give me some time. It's going to give me some time to recover from all of this. It's just a lot of things crammed into a small space, but a lot of wonderful things. So I'm trying to think, is there anything else? I got some really cool things. I can't wait to show you. I'm going to show them to you once I get back, though. I'll show you the yarns I got. Didn't buy a lot of yarn, not yet. I got some, but I still haven't really even studied on it real hard there, so I'll have to do that once I get back. Hey, Roberta, we have Roberta Klein and Valerie in our chat. Velma from Illinois. Mabel. Yes, Mabel, I am enjoying the adventure as much as I possibly can. You can hear it in my voice. I'm enjoying it, and I'm after today, I think I'm going to just take a lock, as Barney Fife would say, and just not talk a whole lot. We have Tina. Am I repeating myself? Probably. And yeah, and Kelly I already answered Kelly's question, but I'll say again, when do you go back home? I'll be flying back on Tuesday. And Tracy remembers Neil Sedaka. Yeah. Adeline, hey Lynn, it's so good to see you in the chat. She says, wow, a mayor, keys to the city, sister, yes. Yeah, I should ask her, say, hey, I'll have to stop in and maybe you can put me up at a bed and breakfast. So kidding. She's just a normal person, just like us, guys. That's the thing about these people. And, oh, wow, Archer says, she wishes she was there. Says, my job at work is being outsourced. No.
I've been with the company 24 years. I have to interview for a phone position Tuesday. Please pray. Archene, so sorry to hear about that. I will. Maybe this is going to put you into a better position or to something that I hope is better in the long run. My goodness, that's hard. A local friend of mine who does some editing for me recently went through that for a while. So I hope it doesn't, end up taking too long to find something else. I hope they have a really good compensation package for you after all those years of commitment. Um, let's see, we have Sandra. Let's see, Crochet, Renee, and Heather. Eva, hey Eva, wave back at you. And if I miss anybody, I just want to say I'm really sorry. I'm not doing it intentionally. I am just working it on the fly here in a slightly foreign environment for doing a live. I wish I could show you a picture of how I'm doing this. You are actually on my cell phone and it's propped up against the bottom of my suitcase that houses a lot of my crochet garments. And I got stuff piled up there so it doesn't fall. I did forget to bring my tripod down here for the broadcast, but this is working, I think. And there's really not a whole lot to show you in here. But like I said, I'm going to do a video and we'll show you more. But I want a chance to just really edit it down so that it's not just a bunch of garbled noise, because in the market there are a number of people and it's very busy. So I will show you the pretty things as I go through there, and I will have that for you. We have Alana in the chat, and see Pat Dancer. Hey, Pat. And Heather says, yeah, thank you for being here today. It sounds like a wonderful time, guitar adventure notwithstanding. Yeah, it was, that guitar thing, I didn't mean to go on and on about it. Yeah, it was kind of a pain. But on the other hand, it's an opportunity to grow. It's an opportunity to just take an inventory of the things that we do have and things that we're thankful for. And, once the heat of the moment passed, we can laugh about it. And it is a funny thing now. It is starting to be funnier. And what's interesting too is the guitar made it safe and sound. In fact, I went to tune the guitar. I expected, after the guitar, it's in a soft case. It's not a hard shell case either. And that's by design, because when I'm lugging this thing through miles of airport corridors, I did not want to be carrying a super protective, 30-pound case with a guitar in it. I wanted to just have that real nice, soft, easy travel case. And I opened the guitar. I have a little portable humidifier that I keep in there so that the guitar doesn't dry out. But I expected the tuning and everything to be a little off, because, the thing has gone to, over 35, probably 38,000 feet in the airplane or whatever altitude we were flying at for more than 4 hours. It was probably in a place where it was a little bit cooler than where I was sitting, and with the differences in altitude, both in flying as well as being, and about a mile high, around this area. The air is a little bit thinner. I just expected it to change, but it didn't. I really did not even have to tweak it, but even just a tad. The tuning was spot on. So I guess that's great. I mean, it's a testimony that it was being cared for. And also Martin Guitars, thank you. You made, it was a cheap guitar that you guys made, but man, it held tuning from DC, on a flight all the way to Denver. And that's pretty amazing. So yeah, lots to be thankful for, but it's just a thing. It is just a thing. And I would be totally fine without the thing. So, I mean, just perspective, it's nothing like what a lot of you are dealing with. So, we have a lot more people. I am not going to get to you all, guys, because I need to go here, but I'm going to try just to get to a few more. We have Lorraine. Hey, Lorraine. And let's see, Casey. And let's see, Harriet. Hey, Harriet. So good to see you in the chat. And Jacqueline Hinton. She says, I've started the Baby Feed Afghan, challenging, but it's worth it. That's great. Well, I'm going to have to say so long here. And just even thinking about the guitar and just how it means nothing, it just brings to mind a verse. It's out of Proverbs 3 and 5, and I'll just Make that my verse for the day, and that is trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge the Lord in all your ways, and he will direct your paths. I really think that's true. It has been true all my life, but thank you guys for being here, for the adjustment of the time and everything, and for your prayers. And those of you I've got to meet, this has just been the highlight for me, is meeting you guys. It really is. So take care, and Lord willing, I will see you next Friday back home again in Gaithersburg, Maryland. God bless. Bye-bye.